Dear failure generation, congratulations, you screwed up, you failed. You are a generation that is narcissistic, selfish, and the only thing that you are good for is taking selfies. You are destined for failure. You can't write, you can't do math, and you can't even buy your own home like we used to be able to. You look at our childhood and what we went through. You look at how strong we were. Look at where you are. You're a failure. You bring shame to our hard work. Or so they say. Young people, you have been given a set of unique talents and abilities that no other generations have seen before. You are not the next generation of leaders. No. You are the leaders of today. And it's time to use the gifts and talents that you've been given, activate those, and step into your future right now. What do we see in the media? We rarely hear about high school entrepreneurs, teen successes, or those who spend their weekends volunteering with the homeless. But what do we see? Teens who are addicted to drugs, who prefer to spend their weekends getting drunk, and those who refuse to try in anything they do. And that is what they call our generation. We are the failure generation. How are you using the gifts and talents that you've been given? It's time to stand up, and step out. Do not let the fear of failure stop you from activating the gifts that you have been given. Don't let the fear of failure stop you from unlocking your potential. One of the biggest things I hear today from young people is, I'm too young. I don't have the skill set. I don't have the university degree. I can't do great things. I can't activate the dreams that I have because I'm too young. I can't do what I dream of doing because I can't even pass English. But let this be a reminder that while exams can test what you have learnt, they cannot test who you are and who you are called to be. They can't measure your ability to public speak, or your insane skills on a guitar, or your compassion for others, or your ability to run 100 meters. Exams do not define you. So if you fail, that doesn't mean that you are a failure. Just because you failed doesn't mean that you're automatically a failure. By all means, give school your absolute best. Give it your 100% effort. But if you fail an exam, pick yourself up. Remind yourself of who you are and keep going. If you daydream during class, if you get distracted, and if you get called out for being a distraction, you're born for greatness. That is proof that you are born for more and you are called to more than just the four walls of a classroom. Young people, you are called to be daring and disruptive. That is what our generation is. We are called to think differently, be creative, and learn differently. Don't lose that gift of yours. Disrupt. Think outside the norms, think outside the box. Because you know what? The failure generation. Try failure to conform to society's norms. Try failure to believe that one bad grade means that I don't have a future. Because when people make the statement that we are the failure generation, are you going to accept that? Or are you going to finish that statement with a question mark? Are you going to challenge that? Are you going to activate the dreams and potential and gifts that have been placed uniquely on your life? No one else's. Are you going to sit back and let people just put whatever they want, say whatever they want on you? Because you know what? I'm done with living a mediocre life. I'm ready to stand up, step out, and speak out for our generation. Because young person, you should no longer feel like you wake up with no purpose. You should wake up knowing your why. Because even though you fail, even though you may fail your exam, that doesn't determine who you are as a person. That does not mean that you are a failure. Because you know what? I'm ready to be a part of the failure generation. I'm part of the generation that fails to believe that we're called to do nothing. I'm part of the generation that fails to believe that I am called for nothing. Just because we learn differently, maybe we don't learn by writing things out repetitively. Maybe we learn better by watching a YouTube tutorial, but does that mean that we're destined for failure? Because you know what, young person, contrary to popular belief, you are more than the choices that you've made. You are more than the sum of your past mistakes, and you are more than the problems that you create, because you have a purpose and you are called for big things. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I'm a part of the failure generation. Are you?